Defending in FIFA 22 has gotten a whole lot easier if you apply these few tips to help you keep more clean sheets. Let's go ahead and show you how to defend in FIFA 22. What's good then, YouTube? Welcome back to another video here on our channel. Today, we are showing you 4 easy things that you can do to help you defend better on FIFA 22. Hello, YouTube. Sorry to interrupt the video. I was editing it all and I'm talking about use this, use that button. I just want to give you a quick video. I'm only getting a controller showing you what each button is in case you're completely new to FIFA. And when I say jockey, you don't know what the jockey button is, all right? Just so I can show you on the actual controller. So let me show you that first and then we'll carry on with actually how to defend. Cheers. So first of all, you are going to need the sprint button, which is your back right one on the controller. All right. So above where your triangle and all that is, that back trigger button. On Xbox, it's the exact same. It's this one here. That is your trigger button. You're also going to need that's the sprint button, by the way. You're also going to need the jockey button, which is L2 as default, the one on the opposite side. So where your left finger will be at the back, and that's the same on PlayStation, your left trigger. These are your triggers. Those ones are your bumpers. Once you've got that, you're also then going to need your right bumper button, this one here, which is the RB button on Xbox and R1 on PlayStation. That is your second man press or teammate contain, however you want to define it. You're then going to need to know how to use your right stick. That's how you switch players on the right stick switch. It's a little bit more advanced, same on Xbox, but you can also use LB, which is the left bumper button, or L1, which is the left bumper button as well. And then you're going to need the tackle button, which is B. That's for a normal stand tackle. X, which is your slide tackle. On PlayStation, circle and square for your slide tackle. Circle for your stand tackle. That is. All right. And then you can also use RB and B together. This is very professional the way I'm doing this, but hey, RB and B together for a power tackle. That is a standing tackle, but it's got more oomph behind it. They proper go. You can do that by holding down the tackle button as well, circle, but then you have to wait for like the power bar. If you just do RB and circle, it's a lot quicker. There is also, which we don't talk about because we don't use it because it's terrible, where you can basically contain yourself as a player, where you hold down X or you hold down A on Xbox. That keeps you about 3 yards away from the opponent. I'll tell you it because it is a button in defense, but it's not something that you want to be using. All right, so those are the buttons. I hope that all makes sense. So when I'm talking about the L2, the LT, the jockey button, the sprint button, the second man press, you know what they are, okay? So yeah, hopefully that makes sense. So let's go ahead and jump into the video. Starting off with, we're going to be talking about right stick switching to cover the over the top through ball. We will have a detailed right stick switching tutorial coming in the future. But as you can see here, the opponent is looking to play that over the top through ball, get that man in behind. We have to use the right stick to flick it in the direction of the player that we want to change to. Doing this will allow us to give us a head start and stop the opponent from getting to the ball first, meaning you can clear it and stop him from having it. So as you can see, again, what you need to be spotting is that run in behind. Everyone gets so tunnel visioned on where the ball is and not the runners in behind. So look how early that switch was to the Alaba to stop that opponent from getting it. As you can see, we switch. And what I want you to pay attention to over these next few clips is how we use the circle button to clear the ball. Why is this? Well, this year, when you try and pass it down with X or A, just a normal pass button, what you can find is that the opponent will come out with the ball. So make sure that you use that B button. Honestly, it gives you the quickest and easiest animation to stop the opponent from getting it. Now, let's move into point number 2, looking at second man press. This is where you hold your right bumper button, the RB, the R1 button on PlayStation, and this will do the teammate contain. This is actually really strong with your defenders and your midfielders on FIFA 22. We look at an example here with Alaba. I made a mistake. I gave the ball away. I'm quite an aggressive defender. I chose now to go ahead and step in and try and win that ball. This was very risky because if he played the pass elsewhere, I would have been caught. So that's one there. You have to find your own style in defense. Are you going to be passive? Are you going to be aggressive? What sort of, defender do you want to be? Which is something that you need to make sure that you do think about. So make sure you're using the R1, the RB button, as I said, for that teammate contain. And what you can do is you track the next runner, the next, pass where you think the ball may go, and let the AI press that ball for you. It will mean that you can just keep all the spaces locked up, so it's very difficult for your opponent to, get in. Do take into account the second man press, the R1, RB button, will only last for 4 seconds on that individual player. You'll see that green icon that we just saw. That will last for 4 seconds. When that runs out, it goes to red, meaning the player has no more pressing ability. So then you'll have to use someone else. The second man press can be a little bit fiddly to get the man that you want, but as a general rule of thumb, it should be the man that is closest to the ball that you're not controlling, as a general rule of thumb for you. All right. So make sure you get it into your game. As I said, it is really, really effective. Taking a look at this example here, why did I choose to step in and try and take the ball off the opponent? Well, the Son had started doing step overs, so I made a quick switch with L1, LB, which will change me to the next closest guy to the ball, and I stepped in and took it off him. That is a great time to step in and tackle the opponent, using that LB button, the L1, to make the quick switch and then stepping in. Why? He's in the middle of skill moves. He can't change the animation unless he cancels the skill, which is a little bit more advanced. So a great time for me to go and step in and take the ball off him. It works really, really well for us. Just looking at some more examples, you can see how we're combining the L2, the jockey button, LT on Xbox, and then stepping in at these right times. We are always trying to make sure that we're keeping a compact unit. You can see that the opponent there had a ball at the top of the screen. The top man, you can see the left winger here. I was worried about that. But as soon as he took the touch downwards, he took away his chances. So I step in again. He's got no options on. That was my time to go in and take the ball from the opponent. Here with Alaba, just buying some time. The opponent got the through ball in behind, just covering what we think is the dangerous cross, which is exactly what he goes for. Decision making in FIFA 22 in defending will come with more natural instinct. Like that was really aggressive for me for Alaba. I probably wouldn't recommend that, but that worked for me. And that's why I think you developing your own play style in defense and how you want to defend, if you're going to be more passive, if you're going to use your CDMs more, if you're going to use second man press, whichever way you kind of want to go. Decision making is a big part of it. So you can just see here a quick switch over to the Alaba. Valverde again with that second man press, doing a fantastic job to go and take that on there. You can see I'm combining a mix of the right stick switch, like I said at the start. Keep an eye on that controller in that top right. I'm using the right stick switch. I'm using that second man press. I'm using the jockey button, and I'm using the sprint jockey as well. Some really good footwork from the opponent there. So let's go ahead and talk to you about that. The ball comes in. I'm worried about that pass at the top of the screen. As you can see, I've switched to my right centre back, who is covering for my right back Carvajal, who's out of position. That's what I'm worried about. He didn't go for that pass though. He goes for the pass downwards. So I switch. I get onto my Koundé. Now I've got a pass in the middle that I need to be mindful of. All I'm trying to do here is keep myself goal side of the ball holder and try and get a block in as and when I can, using that L2 button and the sprint button in the original case. Now he's done a fake shot cancel. He's slowing down, right? I'm using just the L2 button. I'm not using the sprint button as well. I'm just using the jockey button, the L2 LT button, or whatever it is for you. If he's sprinting, I sprint. If he's dribbling, I dribble as a general rule. I then press the tackle button because he showed me the ball. He showed me the chance to step in and take it off him. So that's what I did. I step in, I use that tackle button, and bang, we go ahead and get that ball. Defending inside the box is an absolute art in itself. When you play against players who have a lot of skill moves in the locker, have the ability to turn, to use the left stick, to use skill moves and whatnot, you really need to be very precise about when you step in. But as a general rule, as I said, if the opponent's sprinting, you use the sprint and jockey. If the opponent is dribbling, you can use jockey, but occasionally you may need to use sprint just to get a little bit of a speed up. Don't run the risk of overshooting by using that sprint button too much inside the 18-yard box. Do I use sprint jockey outside the box? Yes, pretty much 99% of the time. That's how I work. What a lot of top level players will do is they'll grab their player, they'll sprint at the opponent with sprint, and then as they get 2 yards away or so, they may let go of that sprint button and then jockey into them to try and get that tackle in as well. How am I defending at the minute on FIFA 22? In all honesty, what I'm doing is running at my opponent, getting 2 yards away, switching off the opponent, switching to the next player where I think he may pass that ball, holding the second man press the teammate contain button and letting the AI press the ball holder. That's what works for me. It's really strong at the minute, as I said. Your defensive awareness with those, center defensive mids, your right backs and left backs actually is effective. So you can see a lot of the times when I'm defending how that second man press is on. You can see that little green icon, which is saying that I'm using my second man press button. So make sure you get it in your locker. You will make mistakes in defense. Of course, you're going to concede chances. A lot of it will come with game time, understanding how you want to play and how you want to defend. I know I'm an aggressive defender. That is great for me at times because I win the ball back and I can go ahead and attack. It also doesn't work in my favor because sometimes I'll step up when I shouldn't, I'll make a tackle when I shouldn't, and the opponent will score from it. But you can't have it the best of both worlds, At times you just have to take it with it. If you're a passive defender, well, that means that you're going to allow the opponent to look for a finesse shot on the edge of the box. And occasionally you're going to concede from that. But other times you may frustrate your opponent, make him think that he's going to get through and get into the 18-yard box. He doesn't, and then you hit on the counter. So find your own way, find your own unique style, and that will help you massively when it comes to defending on FIFA 22. If you guys enjoyed the video, if you found it helpful, if you'd like to see some more videos like this, please do hit that subscribe button, leave a like, and let me know down below in the comment section, what video do you want next? Do you want a dribbling video or do you want a passing video? Let me know down below in the comment section. Thank you all very much for watching. I'll catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.